What's up guys, welcome to a new Baki video that I've never done before. Now that I'm fully caught up to date for Baki and I'm waiting for new chapters to come out whenever the release date, I thought I might as well review the new chapters that come out like I do now for Kangen Omega. I made a community post and a lot of people said they wanted to see it, so here it is. I'm up to the most latest chapter that came out a few days ago was chapter 69 of Baki Dou, Baki Dou, however you want to say it. Let me know down in the comments. Is it Baki Dou or Baki Dou? Honestly, I don't know. I'm probably just going to keep saying Baki Dou. So chapter 69 review of Baki Dou 2018. Let's get into the good shit. If you're new to the channel and enjoy Baki content, make sure to subscribe and all that good stuff. And if you want to talk more about Baki, make sure to join my Discord. Link is in the description and all that good stuff. So as we know, last chapter, the fight between Hanayama and the sumo wrestler was about to begin. Or I think this is the third match of the pro sumo wrestlers versus Team Baki, I'm going to say for now. And it showed like Hanayama going for an insane punch. And then it just showed blackness, which was a pretty cool aspect that they hadn't really done before that much in Baki, just showing blackness of the insane power from Hanayama, which was about to get unleashed. And the title of the chapter is Contest of Manliness. So Hanayama at the start of the chapter, leaning all the way back, going for the attack or getting ready to punch. We get some like boxing and baseball inspiration going into what boxers do and how everything that's going into his attack, and just the author's way of explaining what's going on. The sumo wrestler is kind of letting him do it. He's just watching from afar, and it's mentioned here it was the form of someone who overemphasized offense to the extreme, and not one spark of the idea of defense entered his mind. So Hanayama full 100% into this one punch, and he's able to land the punch directly on the sumo wrestler's face. You see it is squashing in his face, getting absolutely destroyed. Thus, the force of impact when his punch landed was staggeringly massive. You see an explosion, like impact, just goes crazy. The sumo wrestler just go flying back, blood going everywhere. Got the crowd in absolute shock that he was able to knock out this sumo wrestler with this one punch. Absolutely insane. And he's on his back on the ground. As we know from the last two matches, once a sumo wrestler gets his back on the ground or falls to the back, he pretty much thinks of that as a defeat. And you got blood going everywhere, so we just assume that Hanayama was able to one-shot his opponent in this sumo wrestler match. We got the crowd, the commentators in absolute shock, just screaming over what just happened. Hanayama, just chilling, just flexing, hands back in his pocket, still wearing his suit to fight him like he always does. And he's just chilling while the sumo wrestler's on the floor, blood going everywhere, seems to be knocked the fuck out, doesn't know what's going on. We get to see Baki and Katsumiya Orochi just in absolute shock as well. What's going on? Everyone's just in shock about what just happened in this fight. He's hitting resolve 1 hour against the resolve of the sumo wrestler. This is insane. Do you respect Hanayama? We got people saying, is it over? Like, is this really over? And then they say, take another look, showing that the sumo wrestler never let his head hit the ground. His back hit the ground, which I thought would mean he was defeated or would be a sign of defeated. But since his head, or he hasn't allowed his head to touch the ground, it shows that he's still in the fight and can still continue fighting. Everyone's saying how if Hanayama wanted to, one stomp, one kick would end the affair, because the sumo wrestler can't even get up at this point. He's pretty much on the brink of being completely knocked out, laying on the floor. But Hanayama isn't moving. He's just standing there and just waiting. He seems to be kind of bored with what's going on. He's looking around, chilling there with his pockets. We see the sumo wrestler is starting to get up, and that Hanayama is actually waiting for him to get up, which is very interesting to think about. The expression on his face says, get up and let's finish this. The sumo wrestler's finally getting up. He still has blood coming from his nose from all that insane damage he got from that punch. And sorry if you can hear rain in the background. It's kind of storming out here for some unknown reason. It's out of nowhere fucking rain. So sumo wrestler is actually able to get up, and Hanayama just pulls out his hands from his pocket after going for that attack. And now we're off. A contest of manliness is about to begin, and that is the end of the chapter. So it was around 15 to 16 pages, so it wasn't that long of a chapter. Previous chapters have been much longer than this, and it's also mentioned here on the version I'm reading that the author is taking a break next week, so there won't be a chapter for the next 2 weeks or so. So it's very unfortunate, and this wasn't a very long chapter, and all that really happened throughout this chapter was the punch from Hanayama, everyone being shocked, and the sumo wrestler slowly getting up. So if you didn't remember or don't remember, for this fight is actually very important for the tournament, because as we know, Goki and Orochi were able to win their first 2 matches against the sumo wrestlers, and it's 5 matches in total, or it's 5v5 or 5 matches to conclude. But if Hanayama is able to win this fight, that means Team Baki has 3 wins and Sumo have 0. That means no matter what, the sumo team can't win. So I'm kind of confused what will happen after this, and I'm assuming Hanayama is going to win this. If 1 punch was enough to completely knock him down and be on the brink of being knocked out, I don't know what 2 punches or even 3 more punches are going to do to him. It shows that Hanayama's strength has gotten more and more as time's gone on. As you know, the last time we actually saw him properly fight or have a full-on crazy battle was against Miyamoto during the first Baki Dou, where he was wrecked by him pretty much on the brink of death if Baki, or he would have died if Baki didn't step in and save him. But now it shows that he's more serious, has more offensive power, and as always, his Chadliness is, coming through with him just, no defense. He has all these scars on his body, his face is destroyed, but, 0 defense, 100% offensive power. And that's the way Hanayama, the Yakuza leader, does shit. So that's pretty much everything for today's review. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how I can improve my Baki reviews. And don't tell me to, show you the panels on screen, because all Baki and Kenya stuff is most likely copyrighted, and I don't want to get strikes on my channel again. So if you want to read it working out your own ways. There's millions of ways to read the chapter. You don't need to watch it or read it on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and that's it, guys. Peace.